how to prepare for CAT VRC. If this is the question that's on your mind, hopefully the next few minutes will be useful for you. So let's look at different aspects that you should be considering while you're preparing for the CAT VRC section. The first thing, of course, is to build a very strong reading habit. And this shouldn't come as a surprise at all, right? Reading is the crux of the CAT VRC section. CAT is obsessed with reading, right? So you have to build a strong reading habit if you're aiming at getting an excellent score in the VRC section. There's no getting away from reading, all right? So let's talk about this a little more. Now, the first question is how much to read. I often get this question from students. My suggestion would be you should read for leisure, right? And I'm talking about recreational leisure reading for enjoyment, at least 1 hour a day, okay? Aim to reach that level as soon as possible. So if you don't have a reading habit, you don't have to start with 1 hour. You can start with 30 minutes a day, then gradually increase it to 45 minutes, and then come to a stage where you're reading for leisure 1 hour a day, okay? And again, I'm stressing on the fact that this is leisure reading, okay? This is reading that you should enjoy for recreation. So don't be stressed about it, okay? Get into the habit of reading, try to enjoy reading, and then I would say read for 1 hour a day. That will definitely help you to build your reading muscle and develop your reading skills that you need to clear the CAT VRC section. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is what to read. Now, there are a number of good sources out there. We have Bharath's reading list from 2IM. So where our director Bharath curates 5 articles every week. These are excellent articles at the CAT level from different sources, and he curates them every week. And there is a huge repository that you can visit and also look at the past articles. So Bharath's reading list is an excellent source that you can use to develop your reading skills. Newspapers, magazine, fiction, blogs, all of these are good sources, right? So feel free to choose any source. But the idea is that pick a source that has good language, number one. And number two, mix it up, right? It's very important to bring in diversity in your reading. So pick up multiple sources, mix them up, and read as much as possible, okay? All right. Now, the third thing is, and this is something that I feel very strongly about and very few people talk about it, is about reading effectively, right? You need to understand how to read effectively, okay? And there are some very sort of structured techniques that you can use to become an effective reader. I'm not talking about speed reading. I'm talking about effective reading. And this is something very important. So do focus on that. I recently did a YouTube live session on this. You'll find the link in the description box. I would encourage you to have a look at that session. It's a 1 hour video where I talk about in detail on how you should go about reading effectively with some practice examples as well. So definitely check out that video. Do focus on this section. This part, the reading effectively bit, will really help you in your CAT preparation. All right. So yeah, definitely work on your reading skills and build your strong reading muscle. Okay. Next thing would be to, obviously, you need to solve VRC questions. Okay. So reading is one, which is very important. But also you need to start solving different kinds of VRC questions. And these questions should be at the CAT level, okay? So the source matters. There are different sources for these questions. You can choose a source depending on your requirement. You can join a course with an institute like ours, let's say 2IM. You can join an online course, a live course, or a self-paced course. You can decide to pick a book and train yourself, right? There are different sources, and there are some good sources out there, but pick a source which is good and pick a source which has VRC questions at the CAT level. That's very important. Unfortunately, there are some sources out there where the questions don't match the CAT level. That won't help you. So to make sure to pick a reliable, trustworthy source with questions at the CAT level, okay? And use that source for solving the questions. The next part is different question types. Okay. Now often there is a misconception among the students that, verbal ability doesn't really have a structure. Quant has a clear structure, right? VARC also has a structure in the sense that if you look at RC, there are different types of passages, there are different kinds of question types, and each question type requires a different strategy. Okay. So prepare for that when you're solving these VRC questions, prepare in a structured manner. learn the strategies that are required to solve different types of questions and different types of passages. Okay, so expose yourself to a variety of questions, and one excellent way of doing that is past CAT papers, right? That's an excellent source. So definitely expose yourself to different question types and learn those strategies that are required to solve these types. Third thing would be consistency, very, very important. Consistently solve questions. In reading and in VRC, it's very important to develop a momentum, right? So consistently keep solving VRC questions from a good source. Of course, you have to solve a reasonable number of questions to sort of become strong in this section. All right. And finally, in your preparation, you'll obviously have to attempt mocks. Okay, so what we usually suggest is that you should start your mocks in the month of June, if not earlier. If you want to start earlier, go for it. Okay, start as early as possible. You do not have to wait for your preparation to get over to start attempting mocks. That's another misconception. So don't fall for that. Do not wait for your entire preparation to get over to start attempting mocks. Start as soon as possible. Definitely start in June. And before that, what you can do is you can give a diagnostic test to assess your current level of CAT prep. So we at 2IIM, we have an excellent free diagnostic test. It's a 60-minute test that you can attempt for free on our website. The link will be in the description box, and it will tell you what your current level of CAT prep is, and then you can tweak your preparation strategy accordingly. So definitely attempt that as well. All right. All the best, and yeah, all the best for your preparation. Do well.